This week in T1D, week of June 8, 2026. The week's top type 1 diabetes stories, every claim sourced. FDA early alert. Some Omnipod pods may leak insulin. The FDA flagged that certain Omnipod pods may have a tear in the tubing that lets insulin leak outside the pod instead of being delivered. If you use Omnipod, check Insulet's notice for affected lots and watch for unexplained highs. Leaked insulin means missed insulin. Source: FDA MedWatch Early Alert. Inhaled insulin approved for kids 6 and up. The FDA approved Afrezza inhaled mealtime insulin for children and teens aged 6 and older, the first needle-free mealtime insulin for pediatrics. The decision rests on Inhale 1, a 26-week trial of 230 kids, where inhaled insulin matched multiple daily injections on A1C. It covers meals only. Basal insulin still applies. Source: Mankind press release, FDA. Omnipod 6 pivotal results, 77% time in range. At the ADA Scientific Sessions, Insulet's Strive trial showed the next generation Omnipod 6 lifted time in range from 73% to 77% versus Omnipod 5 in type 1, with time in the tighter 70 to 140 band rising from about 47% to 52%. No severe lows or DKA were reported. Not yet FDA cleared, nothing changes today. Source: Insulet press release, ADA 2026. 1 in 46 adults told they had type 2 actually had type 1. The reclass T1D study, presented at ADA 2026, followed adults first diagnosed with prediabetes or type 2 and found about 2.2% were later reclassified as type 1. Type 1 can start in adulthood and gets mistaken for type 2. If a diagnosis isn't behaving as expected, antibody testing is worth raising with a doctor. Source: Reclass T1D, ADA 2026 Scientific Sessions. Exercise timing changes how fast glucose falls. A randomized crossover trial in Diabetologia found high-intensity interval exercise protects against glycemic decline more than steady moderate exercise, and the effect was strongest when exercising before eating rather than after a meal. Useful context for planning workouts, not a prescription. Source: Diabetologia, peer-reviewed. That's the week. This is news, not medical advice. Always talk to your care team before changing anything about your management. New recap every Saturday.